one thing I've come to tell to myself, I've come to believe also, my brother, is that I don't think we are matured enough to play politics. You understand? Because that was not that was not an election. That country, not just that country, I think the Africa in general, we are still too very mature to practice democracy.
So you want a military regime? Right?
I won't really say military regime, because even at that, it still seems like we are not doing military regime, but it still seems like that. You know, there is something they call autocracy. I think that is what we automatically practice.
Can you enlighten more on what you mean by autocracy?
Yeah, you see, it's a system whereby one person have the say.
Hello everybody, welcome to another segment of I Love Politics. I and Cosmos will be our host for today. Welcome, Mr. Cosmos.
Thank you for having me as well.
Yeah, how are you doing today, sir?
We're all good, and you?
I'm doing very well.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And how did you view the last Nigerian presidential election?
Oh, man. From my take, I won't really call that an election, though. I think it was already been decided before it happens, you know. So I wasn't okay with it, and I guess a lot of Nigerians as well, you know. So an election that has already been, I think, how will I put this? Should I say there was already a winner before the election, before the presidential election? So what is the essence of? I won't call that an election in the first place. So I wasn't okay with it, you know.
Why were you dissatisfied by the?
I just said it to you, my brother. Didn't you see what happened? Before the winner was announced, there was already a winner, you know. We already knew who was going to be the next president of the country, even before the election. So with that alone, I already can tell that, that's not an election, my brother.
Yeah,
so
but according to research, that was one of the best presidential elections ever.
Which research? Where did you get that from?
No, it's all over the internet. That was one of the most freest and fairest elections ever conducted in Nigeria.
Seriously? I agree with what you saw?
Yeah, it was peaceful to some extent,
You can say from your own perspective, you see it as it was peaceful, you know, because most of the things I experienced, or I noticed during that election, was that a lot of things were swept under the carpet.
Like
you understand? You see, there was no transparency. Even the essence of trying to bring out transparency, we see what bribery is all about, you know, in that aspect of it, where we know that this election was really rigged, completely rigged. I don't even want to go there. Is that in the essence that where places where we know that these things were already rigged, those places were blacked out from both media and everything. So the information you get, or wherever you get that resources, your resource search from, I believe is from the ones they want you to know, not the ones the masses needed to know. You understand?
So this present administration was not voted by the citizens of Nigeria?
I totally disagree. That it was voted by the Nigerians, by the people of the Nigeria.
Did you have any candidates you were supporting?
Not really, because me, you see, one thing I've come to tell to myself, I've come to believe also, my brother, is that I don't think we are matured enough to play politics. You understand? Because that was not that was not an election. That country, not just that country, I think the Africa in general, we are still too very mature to practice democracy.
So you want a military regime, right?
I won't really say military regime, because even at that, it still seems like we are not doing military regime, but it still seems like that. You know, there is something they call autocracy. I think that is what we're automatically practicing.
Can you enlighten more on what you mean by autocracy?
Yeah, you see, it's a system whereby one person have the say. You know, it's just one person. That is how I want it to be, and that is how it should be. Because I remember during this last election in Nigeria, I heard there was this war that was going on in Yoruba. I think you understand Yoruba very well. Yeah, Yoruba must about someone saying that it is my turn.
Emilokan.
What does that mean?
It is my turn.
Not from the people. Someone. One candidate just come out and says it's my turn, and actually it becomes so. How can you call that an election? You know? So I believe the system there in Africa is autocracy. They choose who need to be in power. That's what we are practicing, not democracy. So I wouldn't prefer the military regime compared to what we are doing, because we are fooling ourselves. That's from my own take. I think we're fooling ourselves. You know. So
you want one person to be in charge of 250 million people?
Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that? Go to China. Go to India.
So you want to turn Nigeria to a next North Korea? You know,
Not North Korea. Why would you say North
No, no,
Korea?
no,
Even if you say North Korea, are they not doing better for themselves?
No, they are not doing better.
How can you say that? Because media, from what the media are showing us?
No, the economy of North Korea is
How do you know that?
dormant.
Have you been there?
No, I mean, we've seen
Based on what you see.
Yes, based on what
How are you not sure they are not portraying to you what they want you to see?
Yeah, but if one person is in charge, then your freedom of your right to be restricted. You know that, right?
Do we even have the freedom?
Yes, we do.
How?
I mean, we have a lot of activists on the internet
that get arrested every day, and sometimes they even give them some Ghana must go and they quiet.
No, I don't think they. I mean, they just need to come and explain themselves. You know, if you've made a lot.
Does it work?
No, you know, some people just made this bunch of allegations on the internet, and you know, you're invited to explain yourself.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. They portray what they want us to hear. They tell us what we need to hear, but what is actually happening? Like for instance, I saw and I watched what's it called? I watched something from what's this channels or something like that. Someone was televising, what's his name? This man, the minister of FCT, I think Wike.
Yes, Wike.
You know, playing back to Wike, what Wike said previous times ago about election, politics, and everything. You know, this man was violently denying everything on camera, and still nothing was done about it. You know, even in countries where they practice true democracy, let me just say true democracy, they can use your words against you, right?
Yes.
They can use your own words against you.
Of course.
But do you think it works in a country like Nigeria?
Yeah, it does work to some extent.
To some extent. To what extent is that?
I mean, we've seen some like El-Rufai.
Mm-hmm.
El-Rufai was supposed to be one of the cabinet minister of Tinubu, but due to
APC.
Yeah, but due to some of the things he did in the past,
like
allegedly,
mm-hmm.
the unaliving of Christian, sponsoring of terrorism, and affiliation with various.
Then, if such a person was found guilty, is he supposed to be even running politics in that country?
Yeah, he's not supposed, but I think that was one of the blockages he faced at the Senate. You know, he wasn't able to proceed.
And now what did he do?
Now he's attacking the government.
So
now it's part of the coalition that
yes, because we will not deviate from this subject. You know, I like when you say the coalition, but one thing I still see, you know, yes, coalition might work in a country where true democracy works. You understand? For parties to come together to act a city president, not a country like Nigeria, not in the country where we came from, and I don't think it works in Africa.
So those in coalition are just a bunch of clowns. They are
all clowns.
Right? Clown.
Yes, they're only trying to destabilize or make noise. For me, I think they're only making noise because it will be very, very rare for us. Except the people decide to say, okay, well, let's act this person. And for peace to reign in the nation, like the previous administration, what was this guy's name? During the time of era of, what was his name? Goodluck Jonathan. You understand? How the people stood up and say, okay, we want change of power. So for peace to reign in the nation, he has to quietly. I think that should even be one of the most transparent elections you would have talked about, you know, that PDP gave power to the APC, you know. But this one we're having, I don't know what they're trying to do, you know. So that's my take on it. I really don't think Nigeria is matured enough to start practicing democracy. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think democracy is very, very good, you know. We live in a Western world, and I believe everybody should have, you know, their own freedom, their own rights, you know, being protected. Yeah. But a situation whereby a singular individual, you know, for example, Cameroon. Okay. Although Cameroon do practice democracy, but it's fake democracy, sorry to say, because it's like they are transferring power between, you know, themselves.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, but what we are practicing is literally autocracy. It's not democracy.
And you support autocracy, right?
In a way, that was why I said what we are practicing, they should just tell us we are practicing autocracy. You understand? One person there, one person has all the say and everything, every other person is another person. No wahala. So what is the difference between that and what's it called? Military regime?
I think military regime is very, very worse, you know.
How? I want to...
We've seen it well, I was not alive during the time of Abacha, I was not alive during the time of Babangida, but I heard a lot, you know.
Yeah.
They can just stop you on the street and start beating you, eh?
Because they are wearing uniform. The difference is just the uniform.
Yeah,
you understand? So these people are also doing the same thing, but just that they are not wearing uniform. You know, yes, they can let people talk, but do they even put it into action? We talk, but doesn't even go to anywhere. It falls into deaf ears.
Yeah, but still, people are still talking.
But it's not working. What is the sense of talking? You're talking and it's not even making any impact. It's nothing to show for it. What's the essence of we making noise? That's noise making, man. We're just talking and talking. We are protesting and protesting. Nothing to show. So what's the essence of it? Yeah? I still remember there were a couple of guys I spoke with back there during the election. They told me it's just a waste of time. They're not going to vote. Because they know that it has already been done. So what's the essence of them going to vote? It's just a waste of time for them. So that time they're going to spend it voting, they prefer to spend it on something that they will benefit from. Because the system is already fucked.
Yeah,
sorry for my language anyway.
Yeah, no problem. But this is a very, very important question. During the last election, was tribalism in play? Let's be very, very honest. Was it in play during the last election?
You see, tribalism, I think it plays a little role in that election, but there's something I still really want to trip in there. You see, a country where they practice true democracy, there shouldn't be anything like tribalism. There shouldn't be anything like religion. The best candidate becomes the presidency or comes in power. Not that you say, oh, it's my person. No, it could be your person, but it's not good. You know, let's start with the state governors. They are from that state now. But look at most of the governors, what they do. To their own states, to their own place where they come from. Let alone when they become a president. You know, so I would really say tribalism played a major role. Just, is this that plays the role? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, so during the last election, I went through the results, but there was a particular candidate, you know, that came from a certain part of the country, and he won all of them. Like he won the election in all of the 6 states. And he came from that region.
You mean the eastern side of Nigeria, I guess?
I don't want to mention Peter Obi.
Okay, yeah.
He won everything. It's never happened like that to other candidates. Okay. In other candidates, like for example, Atiku Abubakar, all of the northern, they didn't vote for some of the votes went to Tinubu, some went to Atiku, some went to Peter Obi, also in the southwest. But it's a situation whereby you still think that was also, you know.
You see, when
I didn't want to mention it.
No, but no, it's good to say we just have to open up here because even me myself, I didn't want to, but I think it's okay. You say we practice democracy, so freedom of speech and everything is supposed to be there, right? Yeah. Okay, I pray protect us anyway.
Amen.
You see one thing, there's a strategy when you're playing politics. Who was what's it called? There was someone, Peter Obi, who did he take as his vice president?
Yusuf Dati Ahmed.
Who is from local Jakogi side, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Okay. Then Tinubu took someone from the northern part of Nigeria.
Kashim Shettima.
Then that alone divided the northern part of Nigeria. You get it? That was one reason why Tinubu was able to win some states in the northern side.
Yeah, but that he didn't even win his local government.
He didn't. But one thing most people still fail to understand is that in the northern part of Nigeria, we have the Hausas and the Fulanis. We have the Kanuris as well. You understand? These people have people that favors them, or they have people that they choose that we favor them. So that's how they split in the north. Why this person came very high in the eastern part of Nigeria, that he won all 6 states, is because I would say, they have never had someone that has been in that position before from the eastern part of Nigeria. I don't know if you understand. There have never been someone that has been so close to becoming the president. So all the states have to back him up. Not that the guy performed very good while he was the governor of Anambra State. He
performed woefully.
Okay. But because he was just their person, that's why I say in a true democratic system, tribalism has no role to play. It's not supposed to play any role. You know, so, but still, we see, okay, now you just said it. It plays a role in this election. So how are you going to call that an election? How are you going to call that an election? Because it's my person, I have to, whether you qualified or not, I don't care. It's as long as it's my person. That's not how democracy works.
Yeah, but as at now, we are still practicing democracy. What are the steps?
They make us believe that we are practicing democracy. But not the word I like. I just that word. They make us believe that we are practicing democracy. You know, it's just like the one you're talking about now, like in China and also in India. They are made to believe that they're practicing democracy, I swear. But it's just autocracy.
No, China is a communist country.
It's a communist country, yeah, but it's working. It's working. Even if you happen to be in power today, my brother, you will want to cut off those ones that want to oppose you. It happens everywhere. That's the game of politics.
Well, communism is very, very... Okay.
I know where you
communism is very, very brutal, eh?
It's their way that everyone has to follow. Yes, it's their way. They don't have an opposition. What I say is what everyone... And they don't have this kind of... like my country now, Nigeria, where they say they have... The president is the head of state as well, and the head of government.
Commander-in-chief.
Well, come on, one person. You know how many titles is that? So before the state can do anything, he is the head of all the states.
That's not
how it is in America. He's still the prime minister of the country.
Is it?
Come on.
No, minister of oil.
Are you serious?
Yes, he's the minister now.
So who's going to challenge him now? Who's going to challenge him?
Yeah.
There's no one. Like this place, I was even shocked one time I found out that there are countries where they have a prime minister and they also have a president.
Yes, in Russia.
They have a prime minister. They also have a president. I think some European countries also practice that. Like I don't know if it's Italy or something like that. They have a prime minister as well, a president. You know, you can see that there's a division of power there. Yeah. Not that one person will just accumulate everything. Now, maybe the head of state. I am the commander-in-chief of armed forces. I am the head of government. Come on, you alone.
It's too much.
You know, it's too much. So nobody can oppose you. So that's why I don't believe in the democracy they are practicing. Now, when you talk about these people, North Korea, the media show to us that they are suffering. That this country has been able to produce a lot of stuff for themselves.
Like
without depending on outside. The automobile they use is from their own country, they produce those things. They don't bring in automobiles from outside.
Yeah, I know, but they are facing a very, very big economic recession. Eh?
Yes, they can be facing it despite all the sanction and everything. That's where I'm going to go to now. Despite all the sanctions and everything, these people are still there. And they are ready to die for their country. They are suffering, no, they make the world make us to understand that they are suffering. But they are still there, willing to die for their sovereignty.
No, they are not willing to die.
Why do you say
their leaders are willing to die for their country? A lot of, you know, there's a border between South Korea and North Korea. Most of the citizens of North Korea, if they had the opportunity, they are going to leave North Korea, right?
Most, you say?
Yes.
Not all, though.
All of them.
No.
I don't. No. Nobody. They want to be free. As a citizen of North Korea, you can't just leave your country. You know, right now, you can just take a visa and you go anywhere. You can't, as a citizen, it's either you're a government official, you are going to represent the country. You can't live at your free will.
Why do you think it's like that?
That's why I say that's an authoritarian regime.
Yeah, you can say that way, but there must be a reason why they prevent their people from visiting other countries. Why not to?
No, because of control. They want to be in charge of their life, eh?
But there are North Koreans that go out and still come back. There are North Koreans that walk outside and bring the money. Yeah, in Russia and other places, they go out and come back.
It's very real.
But the thing you should understand, because people are trying to infiltrate that country, especially the Western world, they are trying to infiltrate that country. They have eyes on that country. So if I know these people, they are vampires everywhere, whoops everywhere, trying to come into my country, I will do everything in my power to protect my region. The same thing like what Russia is doing now, but I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I will do everything in my power to protect my people and my region. That is exactly, for me, that is what I believe Kim Jong-un is doing.
Well, you know that
he's protecting his people.
Kim Jong-un poses a very, very big threat to the Western world. Do you know that?
Why won't he? If he doesn't, if he's not posing a threat to them, don't you think that country would have been another attack? They know why they can't go there. But the guy schooled here, and he schooled in Switzerland here.
Yes, he did.
Okay. They didn't know that he was so person. Not until he graduated, they came to find out that, oh, this guy schooled here, acquired our knowledge and went back home. Why would he even go home? So I don't criticize those people. I don't follow I won't lie to you. I like to listen to the news a lot. But I try to see the opposite of what they're telling me. You know, they tell us what they want us to know, what they want us to hear. Meanwhile, it is the reverse. The reverse is the, you know, so I just like, man, come on, stop brainwashing us. We know the truth, but who is going to say it at? You know? So that of Africa and the democracy of the thing, my brother, sorry.
Can you live in North Korea?
If I can live, man, if I have the possibility to live there, I will live there. People are there.
If you are given the citizenship of North Korea right now, are you going to relocate to North Korea?
If you choose to give me one, I will go.
No. I mean,
Because the one we are living in my country, I don't see any difference.
No.
Okay,
Right
so
now-
what do you think is the difference between the North Korea and we, the Nigerians there? I would just want to know.
There's a lot of there's a lot of free movement. In North Korea, there are some places you cannot be. Although in Nigeria, there are some places you need to you need a very, very high access to access. But in Nigeria, there's movement. You can go into any state. You can speak. You can access the internet. Or North Korea, your access to internet is restricted.
First,
You can do a lot of things.
you make a point, too. With the Fulani S-men roaming about everywhere. We don't even have borders. We don't have boundaries.
Yeah.
You understand? There are many ways for S-men to come into the country and go out of the country. But North Korea is not like that, too.
North Korea
Security-wise, it's protected. Security-wise, see, if truly that country is actually suffering the way the world makes us to understand, the high rate of suicides would be high there. People killing themselves. There will be violence. There is no violence there. That country is well managed. Do you know, even that during the time of, the so-called COVID, that they make all of us to believe, everyone was locked inside, thrown inside. Free world, though, we all locked indoor. But those people were living.
Yeah, they were living, of course. But it's fear. The government have given them fear. Like the government have planted fear inside of them. That is it. That's not a good life, eh?
My brother, there is no way that we have been living a good life. Let me just
No, but there's a very, very big difference. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying, eh?
You see,
If you live in North Korea, you are not the head of you are not the, as a family man, you are not the head of your house. The government is the head of your house.
Yeah, I
you know that, right?
Yes.
Would you want a decision like
They
that?
help you to manage your home.
You want another individual to manage your home for you?
Yeah.
Nah.
If you're not capable of managing it, if you're not capable, they don't deem you fit of managing your home.
That's different.
Okay. Now they manage their home, but I don't see them complain. I don't see crime rates. Have you ever heard of crime rates in North Korea? Have you ever heard where someone will carry a gun and they say this person enter a school or enter so and start massacring people? We are talking about free world. This free world we are living in. And that one we call the closed world. Have you ever heard such a thing from there? Come on. The system is well managed. This one that they say we live freely. Someone can just take machete or whatever now and just then start gunning people down. Free world. So you tell me I can do whatever I choose to do. Do you know? Yeah, now you kill someone, you only go to prison. They will not send you to firing squad or whatever. They can even say you have a mental problem and they'll let you out tomorrow. And the same thing will repeat itself. Go and check. Most of the people that commit all these atrocities, they're already in the police radar. They are there already. They know these people, what they are capable of doing. But still, they let them out to commit havoc and do trash. You know, like you're talking about the country we come from now, that we are from.
Nigeria.
They know these people. They know the people that are financing the bandits. They know who and who is there. But just because they know those people are untouchable, how come? How can someone be untouchable?
I don't think they are untouchable. The government don't know. The government of
How
Nigeria
can you
needs.
say what? How can you say
The government of Nigeria
about
need
Look, this thing, when Boko Haram changed to this one they now called Hesbe, a lot of them were interrogated. A lot of them, they come, how did they say? They reform them or whatever. They rehabilitate them. And release them back into the society. Then before they release them back, you think they didn't interrogate these people?
Yes, they did interrogate.
Of course, they interrogate. You think those people not mention name? Because during the era of Boko Haram, we learned that they know the people that were financing them, that were behind Boko Haram. But did they make any arrest?
I think they did make some arrests.
Like, who did you go to arrested?
That's classified information.
So let's not just go there. And besides that also, the election I was talking about during the good luck and the, why I say it is very rare, except the people rises up. The people rises up against PDP. Not that PDP couldn't have ranked that election. Good luck would have still been in power. They could have done it because they were in power already. But because of that threat from Boko Haram, because of that threat of Boko Haram, and they say, okay, this one is your person. And believe you me, if not that power was changed, exchange of power, that thing would have still continued, it would have even gotten worse. So with the exchange of power, then my peer seconded there. The tribalism thing, the person is not there. So calm down, settle your guys, chill your boys down and everything. Want to not dance my image. Now be with you. Then the next thing, they reformed the name. Boko Haram now to what? Yes, man.
Yes, man.
No.
Let's come back to Nigerian presidential election for 2027.
Oh,
Do you what are your projections? Do you believe Tinubu will be re-elected?
oh. I know the people are not contented with whatever he's doing, but it's not about
The
the
people are not contented.
No, the people are not actually
Wow.
contented with it. I can tell that the people are not happy with the sky rising of prices of things and everything.
Yeah,
the
well, I think
hardship.
the people were fighting recession. That's the reason.
Yeah, and the insecurity as well. The insecurity is also a boom in that country. But the way it is, the way I'm seeing it, I think I don't see that man like any man that is willing to go anywhere yet.
Yeah.
So you understand what I mean?
I
He's
fully
not ready to
understand.
go anywhere yet. He wants to run his 8th term. So it will be a big war. I believe that's even one of the reasons. They know they cannot fight him single-handedly. One party cannot fight him. That's why the coalition. And even as they do that, he's also going to find a way to break. You see, the politics in that country is just nothing to write home about for me. So I still see him there, except something happened. So the guy's still going to remain there.
And how do you rate their government? Are they doing very well? Some Nigerians are saying the government is one of the best government they've ever had.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But if, you see, maybe they are seeing things that we are not seeing. Everyone has a way of seeing things or viewing things from a different perspective. They could be possibly seeing things from their own direction or position that makes them believe that this government is actually working. For me,
yeah.
Even the worst government in this world, the worst government will still favor society people that will still say things like that. You get it? But when you check the statistics, that is where you go into. You check the statistics, the majority, you check the pools, who are actually benefiting and those that are not benefiting. You understand? You cannot tell me in a country where 80% of the people are suffering, crying, dying, talking about insecurity and everything, and then 20% tell you, this government is working, and you follow that 20%. Come
80%.
80 are dying, are crying that the government is not working, and 20 comes out and say, oh man, the country is doing fine.
Why? But don't you think some people are just sabotaging this government by, spreading?
It can happen in any government. Trust me. The opposition will always want to sabotage. You understand? But that's why I say go to the statistics, go and check, see where it's, look, do check and balance. How many people are really profiting from it, benefiting from it, and check those are not, and see. When we put our scale there, then we can actually tell. That's why I say I cannot follow 10% or 20% tell me a system is doing very fine. While 80 are crying, the system is not fine, So I can't rate them that they're doing great. Trust me. I cannot rate them that
they're doing very bad.
For me, I know every system has two sides. They can be doing bad, very bad and stuff like that. And there's still a possibility maybe they can improve. I can't really tell for now, but I think they're not doing okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not doing okay. They're really not doing okay. I also believe that in a system like, if we really want that country or Africans to really see a limelight in everything they are doing, they should let the youth come into power. Young ones, the youngsters, those that know stuff, that have seen stuff. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying.
The youth are not ready. The youth are lazy bunch of people.
Why are you saying
I've
that?
seen them on, especially Nigerian youth. They are lazy, very lazy people. They are not ready for leadership. They'll be more. I think they'll be much more terrible than these old people. I don't.
That's your take in this.
At least as of now, the youth are not ready.
I totally disagree with you. They are not given the chances.
No, they've been given them chances, multiple
Where?
chances. We've seen, you can be the president of your university. We've seen the way they manage.
Yeah.
I saw a video recently about a president in one university in the north, and he had like 5 motorcade.
Okay.
Just the president of a university. What is that nonsense? He has hierarchy, he says he has secretary, he has vice president, he has all of this nonsense. So I don't think they are ready. They just want to taste power. Corruption is bad when they are not involved. But the moment they are involved, corruption is very, very good. But I don't know, maybe next year, if the youth start using their brain properly, maybe by then they should be ready for politics. But for now, they are still dancing on TikTok,
They are doing that just to survive. If the economy is actually good, if the system is working, trust me, Nigeria, I think it's high time someone a youth handle the country. When I say youth, I don't mean people from 20, 30s. No. When you're at the age of between 40 and 50 years, I think they will do better than this, our grandparents.
So you think activists, we have some youth activists.
Yeah, like this guy, what's his name? I know he's a youngster too. This is Sowore of a guy. Sowore, good. For me, I don't know how experienced he is, but I know he has a plan.
Yeah, he does. He
is outspoken. We need someone that can talk. In every aspect, when you throw questions to them, when you try to reach them out, they are able to communicate with you. They are able to tell you, give you strategies. What I'm saying is, I like people that are vibrant when they are talking.
But because it's not just a matter of talk.
It's out of idea. If you don't have something in your head, how can you talk? They have something in their head, that's why they're talking.
Yeah, at the same time, you can be empty and, keep talking, and you talk is just nonsense.
This one I got, I saw an interview of, where the man's,
Who's that? Okay. I think it was an Arab leader or something like that. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining us on this podcast. Please like, share, comment with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. See you next time. Thank you.